What am I going to have my virtual assistant do? I want one, I think it add a ton of value, but what can they actually do? And how do I go about figuring out what that is? And how do I communicate with them? And what about managing them? And what about time zones and competency? All those questions. But I want to drill down on the first one, which is, what am I going to have them do? And I'm telling you, everybody, done this 2-question exercise with thousands and thousands of companies at this point, right? And it's super simple. And if you will take time to do it, it will give you the answer, right? Number 1, okay? What are you currently doing? Okay? What are you currently doing that is not the best use of your time? Okay? That's not in your genius zone, that thing that you do and you know that it is not what lights your fire and adds the most value to your life and your organization, your family, those around you. What are you currently doing that isn't the best use of your time, right? But second part is, okay, how many hours per month, right, are you spending on that thing? That's the other part that's really got to be done. Some people have done this exercise and there's 2 failure points. One is, it's easier for me to just do that myself, right? The famous last words of death of the non-scaling entrepreneur, right? You've got to be willing to put things down that aren't the best use of your time, right? And then secondly, you've got to be willing to put the number of hours, because that's the part that will solve the first challenge, right? When you actually think about it and take time, and I've seen this over and over again, right? So business owners like, following up on, big, invoices and, things that are due from our customers that I get involved with because they're not paying their bills, okay? Somebody takes time, puts a pencil to it, and you're like, you know what? I did it. Actually, I spend 9 hours on average per month helping to chase down receivables, right? In my business, okay? Or replace that with anything that you may be doing, right? And you're like, that doesn't take that much time, but you put a pencil to it, and I've seen this over and over again. People are blown away by how many hours they actually spend on certain things, okay? So really be honest with yourself, audit your time, and kind of start making a list, right? Use Google Apple Notes, right? Use, Keep, use your text message to yourself, whatever you want, but take time to really audit, okay? This will unlock a tremendous amount of dollars and friction, okay? First question. Second question is, okay? The first is all about getting things off of your plate that aren't the best use of your time, okay? And we'll talk about actually how you go about solving and getting that resolved, right? But the first thing is get it out and get it clear, right? Because not only is it taking your time, but it's making you unhappy, right? You're not living in your genius zone and what you want to be doing. Second question is, what want to be doing that you are not getting to due to time, money, or knowledge constraints? Okay. Simple second question. What do you want to be doing? What do you want to be getting done, right, in your business that you are not currently due to time, money, or knowledge constraints? Okay. That's a brain dump. You're not putting how many hours you're spending on that, because these are things that you want to be doing. Okay. You'd be amazed at how many things, right? I want to be doing more LinkedIn. I want to be doing more content. I want to get a podcast launch. I'd love to follow up with these partners and opportunities. I'd love to do X, Y, and Z, right? So for you as the business owner, as the entrepreneur, right? If you're a solopreneur yourself, you had a couple staff, but get your staff involved. Have them answer these 2 questions as well. But start with yourself, right? Really take time. If you want to comment the word scale down below, we will send you our 2-question exercise template that we actually have that will take you through this process, a video of me kind of explaining it, the 2 questions, and a template you can actually dump your answers into and sum them up, and you'd be amazed. And we'll have a completed example in there so you can actually see it as well. But this is where it really starts, guys. I've done this with thousands of companies, being in business 6.5 years, outsource access, thousands of businesses from super tiny startups to, $300 million companies we've worked with. But I tell you, no matter what, we have them all start with these 2 simple questions, and to get clarity of what is sucking your time, your energy, your passion, and then what are the things you're not getting to that can really grow the business due to time, money, knowledge constraints. So comment scale down below. We will get this guide to you. Love for you to go through the process video, and we'll follow up and get your feedback, and we'll follow up with next steps on how you go about this next step of the process. But this is where it starts, right? And it's super simple, 2 questions. Comment scale down below. We'll send it to you. Look forward to your feedback. Take care.